What's that?
I don't know.
All right,
Sounded
thanks.
good.
That was pretty.
Sounded like a Civil War marching song.
Yeah,
to me,
okay.
but,
That's a good song.
I
That's
like
good.
that one.
Yeah, I like that. Trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored.
A Veterans
He
Day.
has loosed the terrible lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Name That Tune here at the Fun Show at BATV.
Or throw out the piano player. That's better.
That's a different show. You kill the piano player.
Kill the piano. Shoot the piano
Yes,
player.
well,
Okay.
we were trying to come up with something to salute the Boston
Veterans Day.
Boston House of David's World Series championship and Veterans Day, which is coming up, which incidentally will give you a respite from us next Monday because we won't be here. Our maestro behind the keyboard, the master of the ivories, Michael Sallen.
This is correct. Thank
I
you.
am
Very
inexplicably
kindly.
still Arch O'Riley over here. And sitting between us and dressing up the assemblage,
And we need it badly.
is Kiera Miner, who is currently residing in our neighboring sister community of Newton, Massachusetts.
Very
And,
nice. And I hope her husband's
Are
watching.
you the current or the past president of the Toastmasters?
The past president.
The past
Past
president.
Most
president.
recent past president.
Toastmasters of Boston.
Yes.
Which means that she's very adept at having things to say, and now she's going to see if she can get in any words between the two of us.
Oh, she's going to be.
I'm going to do my best.
You'll be delightful and charming.
She'll be delightful, but will she be audible? That's the thing.
We'll give her a chance. We'll give her. She's got a microphone.
All right. I would like to comment that tomorrow, the only really significant vote taking place in the city of Boston is the residents of East Boston voting down the Suffolk Casino.
Yeah. Oh, what about those other two birds that one were running for mayor?
Yeah, there's not enough difference between them to make that significant.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
But it's going to really upset the apple cart when the people of East Boston say casino.
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 What do you think
Casino.
of that? You like would you like us to have a
Something in there,
a
yes.
casino? Would you like?
Kiera, would you hit the reset button?
Would you like a casino?
I can see both sides of a casino, and I can understand the negative, but I also can understand the job factor, and that's a big factor.
But
for
they're
me.
all going broke, all
Well,
these
here's-
across the
here-
country.
Here's the interesting thing is that recent research by significant people, including a presidential panel, has shown that casinos net cost jobs. The governor of Delaware has just requested the legislature appropriate $8 million to subsidize the casinos in their states so they'll stop laying people off.
Wow.
And even Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods, the two most successful casinos in the world, are laying off thousands of people and rehiring them as temporary workers without benefits.
Contract workers.
Aha.
So the fact of the matter is
And
there
Atlantic
are no
City.
legitimate jobs.
And Atlantic
Fair
City's
enough.
going broke.
Then forget it. I'm done. No casinos. No casinos.
No, but I like
No,
the
no.
idea. I think initially it's a nice idea. It's good for people to have something nice to think about. You know, going to this place and losing their day's pay or whatever.
Well,
it
as
is.
you know, I like going to the casino.
You win.
I win. That's why
I don't
like
win.
it.
I never win. I don't enjoy it either.
She wins.
I
He
never
wins.
lose.
He
I
wins.
never lose.
Really?
Yeah, he never
Yeah.
loses. I want to go with him. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I'd bet.
For
outright.
one of the reasons is I haven't touched a slot machine in 25
Aha.
years.
What's your game of choice?
Craps.
Craps. Okay.
On the table, the ivories.
I've never played craps.
Okay,
Well, once you learn it, it's the best odds in the casino. But we're not going to have a casino in East Boston, and that's going to upset the apple cart. And it raises the question, will we ever have a casino in Massachusetts?
that's a good question too.
It
Wait
won't
a minute, you will have because of the Indians.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
won't it be funny if the Wampanoags end up with the only casino in
And
Massachusetts?
we're not going to ever call them the Redskins Casino. Never.
Unless Mr. Schneider backs the casino.
Oh, that Snyder.
Schneider is the owner of
Snyder.
Washington Redskins,
S-N-Y.
who
I
is
remember
resisting,
I remember the big discussion about the
resisting
name.
changing the name
Yes.
of his team.
All right. Well,
Go ahead, sir.
Wait,
what do you got?
wait a minute. We got Chris Christie's coming up tomorrow.
Chris Christie, yes, you said he was running for
governor
and
of
I
New
said
Jersey.
it's Chris Christie. He's walking for governor.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to have
Poor
some
guy.
help. Yeah, but he's losing weight, I heard too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, didn't he have stomach surgery or something?
have
did.
no
Didn't he have
idea.
lap band
He
surgery?
did. I think
it
he
certainly
did.
hasn't done much for
No,
him.
it doesn't look like it's done much.
Maybe it takes a while. We'll give him a little more time.
Okay.
It is interesting, though, that the Democrat appears ready to win in Virginia.
In Virginia, Mr. McAuliffe, Terry, yeah.
What was it? Scotty, is it his name?
Scotty, all right.
Scott McAuliffe?
Versus Cuccinelli or Cuccinello.
I don't know, but it's funny
The
to me.
Attorney General of
It's,
Virginia.
it's funny to me that a guy's running in Virginia whose name ends in a vowel.
True.
I didn't think that would ever happen
In Virginia.
I'm going to have to hone up on my current events to keep up with you guys.
Well, anytime you want to get into this and tell us who's running for mayor out in Newton, maybe you can.
Oh, they
I
have
don't
a race in
know.
Newton. They're
They
voting
do.
tomorrow?
You got a mayor.
I should know this. You're shaming me. I do know this. Seti Warren is the current
Yeah,
mayor.
that's the guy,
And I
yeah.
don't know who's running against him, so I don't care. So I'm going to say Seti Warren. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
Will you go out and vote tomorrow?
I didn't even know I was supposed to. Isn't that
I
terrible?
don't know.
Are
if
you
it's on
registered
tomorrow.
to
I am registered to vote.
Will you do me a
absolutely.
favor and go out and vote tomorrow?
For
Maybe.
who?
Seti
For-
Warren's my cousin.
Oh.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
Seti and I are cousins by mutual consent.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
His
yeah.
father, Joe Warren, and I always said we were cousins by mutual consent.
Okay.
Dr. Joseph Warren, who was vice president of Northeastern University.
Here we go.
Okay.
And I'm descended from Dr. Joseph Warren, who was killed at Bunker Hill.
Ah.
And that therefore we called each other cousins by mutual consent.
All right.
And SETI has continued the tradition.
Okay.
So
I will go out and vote tomorrow.
SETI is my cousin.
Noted. But I will absolutely go out and vote tomorrow.
You're playing a funeral dirge
We
over
were
there?
talking about some dead people.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I'm still having trouble figuring out what's
I
going
mentioned
on over
a
there.
dead person.
Our poor cat Paula passed
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Yes, that's the sad event of the day. Was that today?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
How old was
Okay.
Paula?
Paula was 21.
21.
Wow.
And,
Now, what's the ratio between cat years and people
well,
years?
6 times 21.
6.
Yeah.
Like a dog is 7, a cat is 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's the math?
But is that per life? Or, because they're also meant to have 9 lives.
Well, that's good. I like that. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Well, Scott Carpenter is gone. He was the guy who was the second American to orbit our
One of
planet.
the original 7 Mercury
there.
astronauts.
Yeah, Mercury, yeah. He's gone. Okay. And then we were looking at something about,
Actually, is John Glenn the only one left of them? No?
yes. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think he's the last.
As I recall, most of the original 7 astronauts are gone now.
I have a friend who has his own legal office in San Francisco, which deals with immigrants, and it's a good-sized office with several attorneys and a big staff of investigators. And
What are you recruiting?
I know this is her line of work.
I know. What are you recruiting?
No, I don't.
You
I
want to
don't
send her
know.
to San
You want to
Francisco?
ask me where I work? Is that where we're going?
No,
with
no,
this?
I don't want to go. I don't want. We don't want. Just kidding. But you know a lot about that because.
Well, not immigration. We do personal injury.
I know. What do you think of this whole thing with the 12, 13 million people who would like to have a pathway to citizenship? They're illegals.
Whew. I'm a firm believer that anyone who wants to work hard and, is willing to put the effort in to become a citizen, including, basic language skills, driving skills, all those things, I wouldn't stop them because we have a lot of people in this country who take it completely for granted. So
Most of the people who are having a conniption fit about undocumented, or as you prefer to say, illegal immigrants,
Well, it used to be illegal. Now it's undocumented.
are like 2nd or at most 3rd generation Americans.
True.
I mean, my European ancestors arrived here in 1620 on a little tub of a boat called the Mayflower. And they were greeted they were greeted by my other ancestors who'd been here a good deal longer because they were Mohawk Indians. And I think what has built America is immigration, and these people who
Yep.
want to slam the door behind them once they're inside should go back to where they came from.
They
Amen.
They like the hourly wage rate of those people when they're out picking lettuce or celery
Grapes.
or cabbage, grapes. Or,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they don't have to pay a lot, and they get a lot of work done, and it keeps the wine prices down, I
Arizona,
think.
We make up your crops.
We're gonna have to
then
be
it's
really
north
careful with
into
this
Hawaii.
conversation.
Well, you know, we can talk about it. It might go off, it might go on, I don't know.
Is there a bleep button? Is somebody in the back? You know?
No.
We're only joking. We're only joking.
Hey, listen, when people get really upset about Mr. Clapper and the NSA and all the spying on American citizens and things like that, and they're afraid of their government, I just think back to the fact that I'm still out free walking around, and the things that I've said about the United States government over the years, if they were really that good, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, we got a great
There
senator,
you have it.
a Canadian named Senator Cruz.
Yes, Ted Cruz,
Yeah, he's
Canadian.
a Texan.
Yeah, and interesting. You know Ted Cruz, the senator from Canada, the guy who spoke for 21 hours trying to deny
Yes.
Americans health care.
Yep.
Well, he
He
hasn't.
shut us down, by
He
the
doesn't
way.
have to worry about it because he's a Canadian. He's covered by Canadian national health care. And
Does that make him a hypocrite?
the interest. Oh,
We
hypocrite
would
at
never
least.
say
Yeah.
that, no.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
the interesting thing is, and this is absolutely true, this is not hyperbole, he cannot prove he's an American citizen.
Really?
Yes, it's very interesting. Apparently in Texas, they're real concerned about the citizenship of their voters, but not their senators.
Oh, very true.
Nice.
Okay, we have a what else? We have John Henry finally owns the Globe and its real estate.
Yeah, and boy, that's been keeping me
He's
up
the Red
nights.
Sox owner. Yeah.
That's been keeping up nights. When was John going to get the buildings?
Yeah.
Does that mean he's not going to move the Globe to Brookline? Hey, John, hope you're watching.
Yeah. He
Resting up from, let's see, you had all those games, you had the big victory party, then you had the rolling rally, and yesterday you were out at Gillette Stadium showing off the trophy. So I'm hoping you're staying home with your feet up tonight. You got your TV on.
Okay. That's nice. I like that. Very good.
A couple of Brookline boys. John Henry was out at Gillette Stadium. What do they call it now?
they did
Patriot
rename
Place.
it.
What do they
Patriots
call it
Place.
anyway?
I don't know.
Anyway,
hard
he
to
was
keep
out there and
track.
he was the guest of another Brookline boy, Bob Kraft. So, Brookline's doing pretty well in the world of
Who's
sports.
Bob Kraft?
He owns the Patriots.
Ah,
Yes.
see,
Right.
I don't know my
Yes.
sports either.
Yes, well, you see, this is our virtue of getting a little distaffed representation on our panel. We get somebody who not only is not obsessed with sports, who doesn't know squat about sports.
Absolutely nothing.
So what? And who cares?
I just think it's wonderful and refreshing.
Okay. There are Republicans who live in northern Colorado. They want to secede from the Union.
From the Union or from Colorado?
From Colorado and the Union.
Okay.
They want to be called the state of Northern
Oh, as
Colorado.
their thing, what is their thing? That the subsistence ranchers aren't getting enough of a break from the
and they
from
don't
the
like
government?
all these gun control laws that are being passed.
Oh,
there.
okay.
Okay.
They want it to be the Wild West there, huh?
Like out there in L.A. at the airport, the other,
Wow. Yeah.
the Wild
Well,
West.
they'd be a little harder to build a fence around. I mean, Texas wants to secede apparently, and I say
let 'em.
Let them go.
Please.
We'll just move that big immigrant fence up to the northern border of Texas.
Time magazine had a great big issue on this. Everybody's moving to Texas.
The thing is,
Would you want you?
You don't want me to get started on Texas.
Go-
no,
go-
no offense, Texas.
No, go ahead.
No.
Say something. Say something
No.
positive and negative about.
Positive and negative.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything, unfortunately. I'm still really upset that Kennedy was shot there. That's like just the
It
tip,
is.
the
It's
tip of
terrible.
the iceberg
Yeah,
of the things that
Dallas.
offend me about Texas. Except
First
I have
time-
friends from Texas that I love. So
And former
Yeah,
President
but
Bush
they're
lives out
probably
there
from
in Dallas.
Austin, Kara.
what?
They're probably from Austin.
Yeah.
Austin
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
belong in Texas.
Yeah.
And yes, okay, it is the anniversary. It's the 50th anniversary of Kennedy being shot. On the other hand, There's more recent objections to Texas named George W. Bush.
Yes.
But in a second.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, wonderful Texas.
I like Texas.
Going to go back to
I'd
beautiful
like to leave
Texas.
it.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, Carolina,
We were down.
Tennessee.
Bruce, my son was stationed down there at an air base outside Austin, and we went down. Visited.
Austin belongs in Massachusetts, really, instead of in Texas.
Yes.
Hey, it's the the country music capital of the Southwest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for this week's special offering from the BATV Unrehearsed Thespian Society, another golden classic from the vault, from deep in the vault, and it is entitled.
Whatever.
What a word is that? Entitled Vacaciones.
Vacaciones.
I was warming up to say vacaciones and tripped over entitled. All right, action.
Looks like the same sofa.
Correcto mundo.
Someone stole the pillow?
Who cares?
Maybe Ed knows.
Hey, Ed, the pillow? Does he know about
What
it? No.
pillow?
Whatever.
He brought it in and my back is better.
Hey, Ed, no, he's busy.
You see anything better outside?
Yes, but it had stains on it.
I could have got a used cover.
Why can't we get anything new in here?
What about a couple of pillows?
Ed does his best, but it's a dingy space.
So now you're the decorator, huh?
Oh, a little paint could make a world of difference.
No, I hate the smell of new paint.
Can the interns out there help us?
What? If we bought paint and brushes.
No, what'll Ed say?
Then we gotta move the cameras and the lights.
Or cover everything with drop cloths.
Well, look, forget it. Let's just get Kyle some more pillows.
And the new furniture, how about that?
Did we pick the paint colors yet?
Bright but soft. Eggshell blue.
You have to ask for more than you need, you know.
What's that, like the Department of Defense?
You guys are dreaming as usual.
That's how we succeed.
You know what? I think we all need a vacation.
Yeah. Oh, you really believe they'll buy that?
Look, just get away for a couple of weeks.
Change the whole room.
Top to bottom, huh?
How about a tropical beach with tall, cool drinks?
And then there's Tom.
Tom who?
The guy who lives next door.
But did he pay his dues?
Well, maybe we could take over his space.
The station manager?
Anyhow, he needs a bigger office.
Look, we have to give consideration to density.
What's that about?
Well,
You know, at the beach, they count the number of bathers in every 10 square feet.
we only want to expand his room, you know. That's her line.
You take his.
You want me to do it
Read
anyway?
mine.
You take his.
Oh, I'm taking yours.
Yeah.
He picks up this stuff at his health club.
Yeah, and aside, if Mike really likes the line that he wrote, he just reads it himself. Well, I think this room looks very cluttered.
Less mess means more austere appearance.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, we could start by throwing that little piano out.
Oh. You take up a big corner too, you know.
Complete transformation.
Well, I say we go off in 3 completely different directions for 10 days.
And we return renewed.
We'll see things from an entirely different perspective.
At least I get to rest my back.
Oh, sounds better already.
My daughter calls it vacaciones.
This is certainly the season for vacaciones.
You know, I don't like to see people wearing our flag.
Now what?
Those bikinis, t-shirts, etc.
It doesn't show respect for the flag.
Is that related to fixing up this room?
Then there's all that noise about the Pledge of Allegiance.
You keep jumping around, Joe.
That's how I feel right now, jumpy.
Patriotism is good.
It makes me proud to be an American. Oh, yeah.
Of course, with the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
That's what I'm getting at.
Well, we nailed Usay and Kusay.
But our GIs are still getting killed over there.
From a pillow, we've come to this.
It's critical.
Yes, naturally it is.
You brought up vacaciones, Joe.
No. Mal did.
Mel did.
Well, yes, and we. What about we, Kyle?
We do need to get away.
Yes, from each other. And,
Come on, that's not fair. I like you guys.
suddenly we're friends again.
Honest, Mal. Kyle.
Yeah, we know Joe.
I'll even bring in a pillow. All right.
And I'll spring for pizza.
I won't buy any paint till you both agree.
That's really swell, Kyle.
You're terrific, Joey.
Just great, Mel.
So where are you two going?
I'm going to work in my garden.
Well, I've got to put down some tiles.
So I'm the only one actually taking a trip?
We're going out to the Harbor Islands.
Boston Harbor?
Picnic, cookout, lots of fun.
How about you, Kyle?
I want to explore the fortifications of Castle Island.
That's very sensible.
The sewage plant out in Winthrop, that too.
Yeah, sure sounds like plenty of exciting touring coming up.
We're not flying anywhere
Or-
either.
Or cruising.
Yeah, but you are seeing new things.
Well, different faces.
I'll miss you guys.
Nah, you'll be way too busy.
Who will I have to argue with?
I'll spend more time with my cat.
I'll feed my tropical fish.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
see this.
might be better if he has a mic.
Microphone too. Thank you.
We might have to do that all over again.
No, we won't go.
Yeah, start
we
from
won't.
back from the
What
beginning.
was that?
we
What
won't.
was that you were saying about your tropical fish?
I'll feed my tropical fish.
Yeah, that sounds good. I, however, am going to be in the company of exotic and charming women.
Possibly.
You never know.
Well, my first margarita will be to you two.
Well, I've got the right song to play.
I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, Yankee Doodle do or die. Black out.
There it is. Blackout.
Woohoo! All right.
Oh, I got
I
back
wonder-
on the air anyway.
I wonder how much everyone missed of your
Not,
amazing
they-
performance.
They
I
didn't
mean,
miss much.
that was
Where,
fabulous.
They
didn't miss much. Now you know what it's like being on a variety show here.
Yes.
With us, anyways. Now, nothing ever goes right, particularly. And you know all about Senator Warren's latest move?
No, I know nothing about Senator
she-
Warren's latest move.
Oh, she's hopes to expand her influence by formally aligning herself with the world's largest electronic petitioning outfit.
And what is that?
Well,
You didn't copy
it's
that
on the
down?
internet. I don't know.
didn't
I
copy
never
that
watched
down.
it.
So what's
But
that
I know,
mean?
it means that Paul Ryan wants to be in on it too. And Paul Ryan, he was Romney's
Right.
vice presidential candidate.
Oh, you gave him the answer.
I
I
was
was going to
gonna-
give him the quiz first.
Well, what is the
I was
quiz?
holding back
No,
on
not
that
after
one.
you gave the answer.
Yeah, well, okay. There's a new book out called 40 Chances by Warren Buffett and his two sons on world hunger. What do you think of that?
I think that his son is using what small portion of the enormous wealth of Warren Buffett that he inherited to do good works on sustainable farming and things all around the world. I think it's wonderful.
That's awesome.
I think it's wonderful. It's what they call now philanthropist capitalism.
Say that again.
Philanthropic.
Philanthropic capitalism.
There we go.
There you are.
Philanthropic capitalism.
Well, he gave about 50
You have a
billion
screwdriver.
Sorry.
to Gates and his wife to
Right, to give away for him.
Well, to do away
Yeah.
with all kinds of diseases in Africa and South America.
The
third
problem
world
is
countries.
the problem is that when you say this new term, philanthropic capitalism, you think of Gates and Buffett but unfortunately also includes people like the Koch brothers, who are using their direct application of money to subvert America. But
They don't own the Coke company.
no,
are the Koch
no,
brothers?
There's a K-O-C-H.
KOCH.
They're the people who have
Wait a
funded
minute, that's
the Tea Party.
Mayor Koch is dead.
Okay.
Oh, that's a different Coke.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
One's pronounced coach and one Coke.
And the other is Koch.
Koch and Coke, spelled the
Yes.
same way with a K.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Got it.
What business are they in? Do you know? I don't.
They're in the business of polluting the land and ground. They're in energy. They're in oil,
energy.
coal, steam, fracking.
They make a lot of
cetera.
money. A lot of money.
They make a
Sounds
lot
like
of
it.
money.
Billions.
And they have funded the Tea Party and the Heritage Foundation and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, well, and they make jobs for a lot of people.
Well, actually, they're taking people who in the old days would have gone to work for nonprofits and paying them a lot of money to come work for them.
That's it. Okay. All right.
But they do make a lot of jobs, and their jobs all have no benefits, minimum wage. You know, the people who work from them can't afford decent housing. You know, it's wonderful. It's the way the super rich behave these days.
You didn't say anything about
unfortunate.
Harvard football.
Well, I went over. It was a funny game. Started at 5 o'clock in the afternoon against the boys from Dartmouth, and
A tough game.
When was this? Today?
this was
Last
Saturday
week.
night.
Okay.
Saturday night.
See, I
Saturday.
don't know any sports.
Okay. We both went to
Well,
the
this
same
one at least didn't go to
Ah.
overtime. This one was won by the ephemeral 3 points in regular time. It was very interesting. It was like the 5th game in a row they didn't deserve to win, but they've only lost 1 of the 5. So
Well, the Patriots did some of that too. They didn't deserve to win some of them, a couple.
well, Sunday's game,
They did.
their offense had come to life.
Yeah.
They ran up 55 points, which is the most they've ever scored, believe it or not,
Yeah,
in
well,
the history of the
And that
Patriots.
poor outfit down there, the Bucks, that they were playing.
No, they were playing the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, the Steelers. See,
You remember the
Whatever.
Steelers, the Iron Curtain,
When
Mean Joe
when you
Green,
lose- yeah,
Terry
but-
Bradshaw?
Oh yeah, I remember that. The Steelers never lost by a score like that. They said.
The Steelers were relatively embarrassed. Unfortunately, the only problem was the fact that we scored 55 points disguised the fact that we still have no defense on the team.
Well,
We have half a terrific team.
yeah, the other team scored
you
about
know, close the
33
game.
points or something. Yeah, the other team did
30-something, yeah.
Yeah, they did pretty well.
Well, I mean, the team that was getting roundly thrumped actually had over 400 yards of offense. That indicates to me we don't have much defense. I think we had over 700 yards of offense. It was
yeah, we won. It was easy going.
not a
for them.
titanic struggle.
You know, and Tom Brady's wife was parading down the models
Runway somewhere
runway
where?
down in Brazil.
Oh.
Oh, in
Okay.
Brazil? Yeah, it was
Do you
just
like her? They live
Yeah.
Giselle.
wherever they
They're
live.
a beautiful couple.
Beacon
It's
Hill.
They're
ridiculous.
going to be living here
They
in
live-
Brooklyn
yeah.
and Newton.
Yeah, they
Oh,
live
no,
somewhere
actually,
between.
they were building a house in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
think they
building
live
a
somewhere
big
between
house.
the two.
I wonder if
city and
Justin
here.
Bieber was there.
Who's he? I don't know.
He's this little punk kid who is trying to see if he can get into more trouble than Miley Cyrus or
He
not.
gets into a lot of trouble. He does get into a lot
Yes,
of
he
trouble.
was.
It's a
He was
sad
photographed
situation.
coming out of a bordello the other day. So that was interesting.
Why?
goodness.
Why
After
would-
all, he's
he was like-
19.
he
He's
wanted
in
to see the
Brazil. Where
fashion.
else would
So
he
hard
be?
watching
right?
these kids
wanted
grow
to
up
see
in the
all the
spotlight
fashions.
because you know they're going to make so many mistakes that they just don't get to hide.
But many of them don't.
That's true.
Yeah, of course, they don't get nearly as much publicity if they don't make mistakes.
That's true.
Miley Cyrus is proving that's the way to fame and fortune.
Ready?
Yes.
Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. We'll see you in our dreams. Good night, Irene. Good night, everybody, from the fun show here at BATV. We will not be back next Monday, so tune in the Monday after that. And I'm saying goodnight for Michael and Kiera and myself. Have a good time, and
Remember the
watch the
veterans.
election results tomorrow.
Okay. And
Thanks for having me.